And then in the post-credit, we have Barry helping drunk Arthur Curry. I don't know if he's back to the timeline where it's Ben Affleck or it's still... I don't know. And we'll never probably know because so far the box office is a not-so-nice $139 million worldwide. So probably not going to get 2022 Batman numbers. So here's to you, DCEU. Kobe. Missed.
Just like this movie missed with the box office, apparently.
Oh! So. Got him!
I mean, it's 139 million, so I mean, I can't say anything.
Well, again, budget's $220 million, which seems low for a blockbuster like this, but it kind of makes sense with all of Ezra's shenanigans leading up to it, because this easily could have been canceled at multiple times, and I think that's why the CGI was so bad at times, because they were like, why would we put so much more money into this if it may never see the light of day? So yeah, this was a mess. Everything around this film was a mess, but the film itself was fairly acceptable.
Yeah, I thought it was a fun time. It was a good way to kind of end this universe through all the stuff that it's been through. That there's some good stuff. There's a couple good things about it, you know. We got Wonder Woman 2017. We got the Suicide Squad. I'm trying to think about what else we got. Is that it? The Peacemaker.
We got Shazam. Shazam.
Yep.
I really like Birds of Prey. I know I'm kind of in a minority on that. Technically, we got the Snyder Cut out of it. You know, it took a while.
Yeah, that is true.
You know, we did get some great memes, as we joked about earlier with Martha. That will live forever in infamy.
We got an Aquaman film making $1 billion, which we never thought would happen.
We had a Wonder Woman sequel that lost practically $1 billion. It seemed like. Merry Christmas to us in the nightmare hellscape of 2020 via HBO Max. This is just, I'm looking at the list of films, and it's just the most, it's such a weird universe they created. Like, it kept changing itself, but at the same time, again, like we said earlier, you know, they just had to shoehorn in the fact that, oh yeah, Flash was at the Battle of Metropolis trying to be Flash, but he couldn't. It's just like, again, they never got past 2013. They never got past the foundation. They just kept building. They basically made the foundation. It had cracks everywhere. They kept building up, but like it wasn't stable, so they had to restart. And like it just kept going and going. But it was like weird because like the Wonder Woman part that never came down. Like the addition of 84, of course, came down. But next to it, you know, it's like two-thirds of the building still wasn't there.
It was almost like the hospital in this movie.
It was. It was a gosh dang mess. It's just such a shame because this is going to be the greatest what if in terms of like a film series or universe, because it just comes down to like, I don't think it's 100% like, what if Zack Snyder was never involved? It was just like, what if Zack Snyder directed Man of Steel, but he wasn't the architect for the entire universe? Like, what if there was somebody to be like, because again, as much as I dog on Man of Steel, there were some fine ideas there. I'm okay with the idea of like taking Superman seriously to an extent, but like there should have been some third party, like a Kevin Feige for these people. It's like, Zach, it's a Superman film, dude. It's a freaking Superman film. Calm down.
Stop trying to make this Watchmen.
Yeah, literally. And Watchmen has its problems too. So
yeah,
but yeah, I mean, it's just such a shame. I hope James Gunn can pull off the miracle. I think he can.
I hope.
But yeah, it's just it's such a weird, disjointed mess that has a lot of, again, there's a lot of good. Wonder Woman's good. Shazam's good. The Snyder Cut objectively is very good. And even some of the bad has some perks to it. Like Black Adam sucked, but it's so stupid, it's fun. Aquaman, I'm not 100% on, but it's kind of grown on me to an extent. It's just like this weird, like, what if Aquaman was cool?
Yeah.
And of course, Batman versus Superman is a cinematic masterpiece for memes. So I guess it's always going to have that legacy. As bad as Batman versus Superman was, it's going to outlive the most fine Marvel Cinematic Universe films. Like, truth be told, what do you remember more of from start to beginning? Batman versus Superman or Ant-Man and the Wasp? It's Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
Because it's a masterpiece.
Yeah, according to Scorsese, this is the masterpiece.
I can't believe I never thought of Martha. I would never have thought that in my cinematic career, and I made Goodfellas.
Zack Snyder, such a visionary.
What if there's an alternate universe where Martin Scorsese was the Kevin Feige of the DCEU? It just turns out he really loved DC growing up. He's like, can I help you with your cinematic universe? We're like, it's freaking Martin Scorsese, dude. Absolutely. It's like, okay, Superman, fun. Wonder Woman, badass. Batman, depressing but cool. It's like, genius, Marty.
Why has nobody thought of this?
It's like it was so obvious. Why didn't we see that? Zach, can you believe your idea was to make a depressing Batman versus Superman film? How do we get to that multiverse?
Oh, well, just you wait, Peter. In the Scorsese universe, Batman versus Superman, that's a mob film.
Oh. Clark Kent is investigating the mob as Bruce Wayne tries to fight them, but they never turn into Batman or Superman because they're so focused on the Falcones of the car. You know what? It would be a fine film. That's a stupid idea. We need a Clark Kent film, just a complete Clark Kent film.
No, I mean, Gunn might do it. He could.
Just him, Jimmy, and Lois just doing journalist stuff. I wouldn't mind that. That'd be. It'll never happen, of course, but
I'd probably get reminded too much of what happened at SEMO. That might be on the line. Oh man.